Hello everyone! In today's video we're gonna see how to add borders to our HTML elements. We can add borders to our paragraphs, to our images, to our lists. So we're gonna see how to do that and which property to use for that. And we're gonna see also how to change the border width, how to change the border color, how to change the border style, and how to change the border radius also. But before we get started, I gotta announce our shout out winner. So today's shout out winner goes to Bushra Jawhari. Thank you so much, Bushra, for watching my videos and for subscribing to my channel and for following me. Thank you so much for your support. So if you want to get a shout out, all you have to do is to be the first one who comments on my video. Now let's jump to my computer to get started. So to add the border to our elements, it is really very simple. All we have to do is to use the border property. So here we have two elements. We have our paragraph, which is this one, and we have an image. Okay, so to add, for example, a border to our paragraph, we have to grab our paragraph, select it here between the style tags like this, and apply to it a border like this. So we're gonna apply to it first a border style. We're gonna give a style to this border. So the property that we're gonna use is border style. And actually there are many styles of the border. So we're gonna start with the first one, which is solid, like this. Let's save everything. Let's go to the browser and refresh. And you see we have here our border. So we can use other types of border, like for example, we can use dashed instead of solid, like this, dashed. And let's go to the browser, and you see we have here a dashed type or style of the border. So we can carry on like this and use other style of the border, like dotted. So let's refresh, and you see the outcome, you see the difference. So here we have a dotted border. And we can also use another type, which is for 3D outcome, like inset. Actually there are two for 3D, two kind of border style that we can use for 3D. So let's go to the browser and refresh, and you see the outcome here. So this is not that clear because we have to use another property that we're gonna see in a couple of minutes. So here is the 3D border, and the other style is outset. And let's go to the browser, refresh, and you see, so this is the outset style, which is meant for 3D also. And there are some other styles also. Now we're gonna use the another property of the border, which is border width. Border width. So this property, we can use it to play with the width of the border to make it thicker or normal or lighter. So we can use, for example, 2 pixels for this one to see what we're gonna have first, and then we can change it after. So 2 pixels, it didn't change anything. Let's move it to, like for example, let's say 15 pixels. Let's go back to the browser, refresh, and you see here we have our 15 pixels border. So there is a big difference between 2 pixels and 15 pixels. Okay, so we can use another type of border just to see. For example, let's change here and put solid, the solid border, and keep the width to 15 pixels. And you see, so this is 15 pixels of the solid border. Let's change it to 45. Let's go crazy and change it to 45, guys. And let's see here. So you see, this is 45 pixels. Okay, so let's move it back to just 5 pixels. I think 5 pixels is okay. 5 pixels is enough. So let's refresh, and we have our border here. And the other property, the last one, it is border color, and it is to change the color of the border. Border color, like let's say we want our border to be blue. So let's refresh here in the browser, and you see we have our border which is blue. And we can play with the colors all around, of course. So as you can see, to change the border of our elements, we have three different properties. We have border style, border width, and border color. But these three properties, we can just combine them into one, which is this one. Just write border like this and say that we want the width of our border to be 5 pixels and we want the style to be solid and we want the color to be blue like this. And remove all this stuff because it is no longer necessary, and save everything and go to the browser, and you see nothing changes because we have kept all our properties. All what we have done is we have combined the three properties into one and added them in one line. So we can, like, for example, change here and say like inset and change here and say that we want the width of our border to be 14 and change the color to red, for example, and save everything and go back to the browser, refresh, and you see, so our 3D border plus the color plus the width. So we can do the same thing to our image, exactly the same property. So all we have to do is to select our image like this, or it is already selected here. You see, I have already added a width to our image, so it is already selected. So we're gonna use our border and add the width. Let's say that we want the width of the border of our image to be like 16 pixels, and we want the style to be dashed, and we want the color to be purple. So let's go to the browser and refresh, and you see we have here our border. Alright, so now we're gonna see how to change the radius of our border. Like, for example, you can look here at the corner. So how can we make this corner a little bit round? Alright, and the right corner also, and the bottom right corner, and the bottom left corner. Alright, so let's see how to do that. So to change the border radius of the corner or of the border, so we're gonna use the border radius property. So we're gonna apply the border radius property to our paragraph first to see the outcome. Let's add border radius, and the border radius property actually takes 4 parameters. It takes the left top corner. Let's say that we want our top left corner to be 15 pixels round, and then after that the value after that is the value of the top right corner. So we want our top right corner to be 20 pixels round, and the value after that is the value of the bottom right corner. So we want our bottom right corner to be just 2 pixels round. And then the last value is gonna be the value of the bottom left corner, and we're gonna set the value to, let's say, 30 pixels. Okay, and so let's go to the browser and refresh, and you see, so here this value, the bottom left corner is 30 pixels, and here, so it is, here it is 15 pixels, and here it is 20, and here it is 2. So as you can see, there is not a lot of difference between 2 pixels and 0 pixels. Okay, so we can do the same thing for our image. Let's go back and do the same thing. We can add a border radius, and we can set our parameters to, like, let's say for the top left corner we want 20 pixels. For the top right corner we want 15 pixels. For the bottom right corner we want 4 pixels. And for the bottom left corner we want 3 pixels. So let's go back to the browser and refresh, and you see here are the changes. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope you liked it. If so, give me a thumb up and share my videos and comment below. Let me know how do you feel about my videos, if you need anything more explanation, if you need more videos like this so that I can provide you with more content. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.